Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Augustine Urbano and I'm going to be showing you guys what might be in my camera bag and what to pack in a mini bag. Alright, cool, so let's jump into it. Here's some stuff that might be in my camera bag. Now for this one, pop it up over here. And so getting into it, even right here on the camera strap, in here on the strap, there's something this right here. You can maybe hook something onto it. Here's a release on the Y strap. Before we get inside, here's right here you can put a tripod. Right now I have on a monopod because I've been digging it lately. To take that off, there's this latch right here. This one right here I got as a gift. I think it goes for about 20 bucks on Amazon. Really awesome. And then right here, this is just to keep the tripod legs in place when you have the tripod inside, and it stows away in here, which you could actually also use as a hidden compartment. Just latch back these on. Here's the top. It doesn't look like it, but you can actually fit a camera. I don't really put my camera in that I'm shooting with. I usually have the camera I'm shooting with on me. But what I like about the zippers is you could place them either on either side. So you can keep the zippers over here on this side. The little Amazon Basics logo. If you're curious, I'm shooting this with a Canon 6D with a 28 to 80 millimeter lens. It's a 3.5 to 5.6. It is a kit lens on another camera that I'll show you in a moment. So usually if I'm shooting, I won't have my camera in here. I like to keep it on me, but you can fit a camera in here. So I like to ramble a bit, so what I'll do first is show you guys the items, then get more into it. Here I have a microfiber cloth, very important. Now this is usually empty, but sometimes if I know I'm going to want to use my film camera, I'll bring my Pentax K1000. I usually have a strap with this, but I took it off. Generic battery pack. Another battery. Generic. About 10 bucks on Amazon. I'll put links on everything down below in the description. Another battery with a charger. I have a mini tripod that can actually support my camera for those low angle remote shutter. I have a cleaning tool. Lens camera cleaning tool. Something I really like about this camera bag is it opens up on the side. I like keeping my zippers over here on this side just so they can't move around and they're closest to me. Cool. So you can fit a lot in here. If you really wanted to, you could actually slide something right here on this side, maybe some paperwork. You could actually unlatch these so you can open this all the way out. Things I keep here are something like my flash. Here's my flash. You get this for about 30 some bucks. Post a link. I have one Speedlite. 85 millimeter lens. This is actually usually always on my camera since I got it. Flash diffuser. Then this side opens up all the way here like this. Oh yeah, I went back a little bit. I like keeping my Speedlite here instead of my lens, just in case if I'm opening it up, I at least drop, and if I do drop anything, I at least drop my cheap Speedlite instead of my pricier lens right over here. And we have another Speedlite. And then set away back here, I have my nifty 50 millimeter lens. Very awesome. Definitely recommend it. Now this Speedlite, this is my older one, so I put some Velcro on here for gels. I'll get this out of the way. Keep a gray card right here. Keep it facing this side just to keep it from getting dirty. I have a light stand attachment for my umbrella, not shown. I have a circular polarizing filter. 77mm for a wide angle lens. There's an old headphone case, and inside there's a K-mount adapter. I'll get more on this. It's a K-mount adapter, or it's a PK to EOS mount. And inside I also have, this one's a little dirty, and I have a split ND filter. I also got shot a while back, so that's why that's like this. I'll do a video on it later. I have some wireless triggers for my flashes, and I like to put them away like this. Some backup SD cards, very important. Some flash gels. I have a 10-stop ND filter for landscapes with an empty case for another filter. And I also keep a pouch with me with extra things. I'll open that up. I have a square card reader. I don't even know if they still use these. I have a Zeiss lens cleaning wipe just in case I lose track of all my microfibers. I still have this one. I have a roll of film for my film camera. Some lens cleaning solution. And usually when I'm shooting with my 50mm, I took it off because I'm indoors, but I also have a lens hood with a vintage Toyo Optics polarizer, 52mm. It's 49 to 52mm. That I did not have in the pouch. Then also carry some 3x5 cards and a black marker just in case I need to jot something down. So this right here is what might be my camera bag. There we go, there's that aesthetic right there. Alright, cool, now I'll get into a little detail on each item. This right here is my Pentax K1000. I actually got this one for a pretty good price. I think I got it for about 32 bucks with a bunch of other lenses that I'll get to right now. It came with a strap, really awesome. Nice lady too. So here's this one right here. I don't really carry it with me all the time just because it's kind of hefty, but when I know I want to use it, I'll definitely bring it along. It has the 50mm Asahi f2. It goes all the way up to f22. Love the way the shots on this come out. Shutter speed 1000. Got a few rolls left. Next is my Neewer TT560s. Really awesome, super cheap, and they're only about 30-40 bucks, so if you lose or break them, nothing too bad. They're not like the $300 ones or anything like that. Really awesome, pretty bright. Only I would probably put some more better high quality batteries just because they take a little while to start up. Like now they're ready. Boom. Boom. Cool. So these are really awesome. My friend recommends some pro grade batteries. They only cost about maybe 20 bucks or so, and they have a fast recycle time. Also ordered a flash diffuser. I lost mine. I think it came with one, or something I bought came with one of these, but then I lost it. And they actually sent me two. I think whoever shipped it wasn't sure what size was which, so they included both of them. And these sometimes I'll really enjoy using with these flash gels. If you've never used flash gels, I highly recommend them. You can get them for pretty cheap. I think these were about maybe 3-5 bucks. It took a long time to ship because they were all the way in China, and see, I don't even care because it was so cheap. Go ahead and take it, place it over top as such. Now you're good to go. Let me turn that on again. There's a little seizure warning. Boom. Cool. So that's a lot of fun. It also comes with all these other colors too. So you can pick your favorite, next favorite one right here. Now this I actually started doing recently. Instead of just bringing my battery packs charged, I started bringing the charger with me. Because you know, sometimes you think you charge it and you didn't, and you wish you brought this. So I'm gonna start bringing it with me all the time, and I highly recommend doing it. Maybe you guys will do that too. Some more generic batteries. I think I got these for about 10 bucks each or something like that. But they do not last as long as the Canon ones, even though the milliamp says otherwise. Zeiss cleaning wipe. I don't think anyone really buys these, they just show up. I have no idea how I got this. I think someone gave it to me or something, but yeah, so it's there. It may be dry, but it's okay because I think it's still microfiber, or it's at least made for cleaning optical wear. I have a roll of film. It's not actually from Seattle. Inside it is some other color film. Thought it looks pretty awesome, so I got it. Yeah, this right here, new favorite lens, Canon 85mm 1.8. Got it off my friend for $250. I was like, I'll pay your asking price, bro. And it with UV on it. Awesome. It's the bokeh killer right here. What I was using for a while was a 135mm vintage lens with a at 2.8, and it's kind of broken, so you could only use it at f2.8. Then there's like a dark vignette at the bottom, so you'd have to like always get that out in Photoshop. Then this lens is the one I mainly use, or I mainly used to use, the 50mm f1.8. If you have an 85, it's essentially like, it's pretty much an 85, but just like the mini version of it. Less bokeh, but still really great. I actually bought this one because I broke my original 85, or my original 50mm. It's the new version. It was the old version. The newer version is, you could feel it have more high quality. I think the autofocus is a little quieter and faster. Then has like the metal mount versus the original plastic one. I also have a 10-stop ND filter. If you're wondering what that does, it does that. So that lets you use a slower shutter speed so you can get better looking landscapes. Next is this little mini tripod. I got it for free from something, and it does support my 6D with the 50. I haven't tried it with the 85, but I doubt it'll do a good job for that. And here are the wireless triggers, some Yongnuos. This is the one that I use on my camera just because it's open like that. I don't want it to mess with it inside of the softbox or anything like that. And to organize it, I just throw it in like this. Then this is version 2. It does work with version 1 if you were curious. And there's another one like this, but I don't have that many flashes, so it's just put away, and it still works, so it's really awesome. Next I have a remote shutter, Amazon brand. Super cheap, really awesome, super simple to use. This right here is the one I use for my 50mm lens. Since I'm indoors, I took this off. If you're indoors, be sure to take off your lens hood and any CPL or take off your circular polarizing filter and take off your lens hood when you're indoors. If you want the most, if you want to use better settings, because here it is with it in front. So here it is with those in there, so big difference. Oh yeah, right now I'm shooting at ISO 400, shutter speed 30 at f9, just so I can get like most things in focus around it, like throughout the table. I think I just need a wider millimeter than that headphone case from Radio Shack when they were still in business. So this is that adapter for Pentax K-mount to Canon EF. And this one has the autofocus confirmation chip. It does not make your camera's autofocus work. Your focus point will blink, and then that'll tell you when you're in focus. And here's that split ND filter for landscapes. And here's my backup SD cards. Try to get if you're not sure why you're buffering too quick, try to get a Extreme Pro or better. And then these have a pretty well recycle time for what you need. Then this, my finger's just in the way because I put my phone number on it. But yeah, try to etch, it was on here too, but it just came off, Try to carve it in there too, so tattoos in there. And yeah, so these are really awesome because someday you might just forget your SD card into your computer or something like that, because it's happened to me. And then this right here goes on to a light mount that I have. And then this right here, then you lock it. And then right here you can put in your umbrella mount and locks it into place. And right here you put your flash. And also have a gray card. If you don't have a gray card yet, I really recommend it. The way I like to use it is, let's say you're taking a photo of someone at a concert and they just have pink lights that are on, or let's say they have a mix of lights. They have maybe pink and blue lights, and it's just staying like that. What you could do is you could let's say have someone hold this. Let's say you want to have the vocalist hold this. Have them hold it up to their face, and then what that'll do is it'll tell your camera and you that you both know that this right here is gray. It could look pink, but that's just from the light, and this is still gray. So when you're calibrating your colors, that's gonna help you out a lot. And also, instead of having them hold this down to their to where their chest or arms may be, that could be a different color temperature than what's on their face, so you don't want to have inaccurate colors. So to get the best accuracy, I recommend having them hold this up, covering their face, and just get that shot out of the way. You could do it at the end, just remember you don't forget. And some people see that, think this is to test chromatic aberration in your lens. Now just for fun, I'll show you guys the vintage 135mm lens that I used to use. I use it pretty often, but the focus doesn't work on it. But it's really awesome, pretty small. Here just compared to the 85mm lens. It's technically there because the mount. They're really awesome. And then really sharp. I think it's actually sharper than the 85. It's from maybe the 70s, 80s or something like that. I usually have a filter on this just because it's coated and I don't want to get it. Check that out. So this is where the Pentax adapter would come in. You put the adapter on and then you put it on your camera. Now you're rocking at 135. Something to note though, it could be that not every vintage lens works well with it, because I have a 50mm lens with an adapter that does work, 135 that does work, but then I also have a 28mm lens that for some reason doesn't work. Only half of the shutter works. You only get half of the top half of the image for some reason. And it doesn't come out bad, it looks really good, but then the bottom half is just black. So if anyone in the comments knows an easy fix to that, maybe comment, let us know. Give you a shout out. And yeah, but besides that, then it was inside this case right here. Kind of a little old. Go ahead and put that in here, lock it up. Alright, cool. Now here are some tips on downsizing your gear. let's say you're shooting out for the day and you know you don't need all this stuff, but you want to bring a good amount of it. Usually what I find myself needing is really just another pair of lens. Let's say later you know for sure that the lighting is going to get worse. So maybe you want to throw in a flash or Speedlite, whatever you want to call it. Something I did was throw in some foam in here just to get some more cushion in there. And something I know I would do is I'll probably throw in my fun lens in there for a second. Like usually I have my 85 mounted on, so I'll probably keep my 85 on and then bring along maybe an all-in-one lens with a zoom or even just a wider prime. Like a 50 that could go in there nicely. And then for sure, I know you're gonna need batteries. Maybe throw in a battery in there or two. And then really that could be it for me. Oh yeah, for sure you're gonna want a cleaning cloth. Oh yeah, and then this is the thing I overlooked this corner here. A little cleaning tool. Maybe get some, if you wanna get the bigger particles out, bump it up like this. And then you can use that to clean it off. Then you open it up to get the finer parts. And I have a triangle tip on it, then it also comes off. And you can spin it around. Then you have a circle tip for circle edges. I like the triangle tip. And then also, if you put it inside, it has like, I forget what it said on the instructions or the description, but I guess if you do that, it has stuff inside that cleans it a little bit. So I'd probably bring this with me if I didn't want to bring a cleaning cloth, my microfiber. And that would really probably be it for me. And you could just honestly just put this on your belt and be the coolest guy with your Canon shooting, pun intended. Or let's say you have a battery grip and you don't need batteries, something that I need to do. And you can make more room just by taking out the foam, but I like it in there. So you have like your lens in there. Cool, so I was able to make it work. So inside I stuffed my Speedlite, my lens. And you know what? Let's say you want to throw in a battery, you can totally do that. Zip it up. And you're good to go. Zip it up all the way. And now you're good to go. Check that out. So now you just went from having all this gear to bringing it up right here in one little pouch. Hope that helps you guys out. Now your back isn't hurting, you're having more fun at your music festival maybe. Yeah, there you go. Thank you guys. And I have more vintage lenses. I'll definitely make a video on that sometime, showing you guys those. But yeah, and along with my camera collection. Because I sold my Canon T3i.